Okie dokie, we are on day 2 for this week of our friendly neighborhood draw along. When I say neighborhood, I mean all over the world. It's really cool to have people joining in from other countries. I really love that. So tell me where you're from in the chat. And thanks for joining me for some drawing today. I hope you all are feeling safe and happy and healthy and all those good things, especially in these weird times we're living through. It's important for everybody to be taking care of themselves, taking care of each other. And one of the things you can do to make yourself feel better at any time is do a little bit of drawing, because drawing is something that is meditative. It's something you can watch yourself improve at really rapidly if you know you do it every day. And it's also just something that is really fun to do as an activity because you make something at the end. You have something to hold. You have an artifact. You have a thing you could give to a friend. You could put it in a frame. You could just hang it on the refrigerator and look at it and say, I made that. And hey, that's a really nice thing, isn't it? So, yeah. You know, we don't want anybody coming in our house these days because of what's going on, and one of the problems we've had lately is bugs. Bugs are everywhere. You know, we try and take care of it. What are you going to do? You got to live with these creatures, right? But, you know, some of these bugs are not so stupid. In fact, spiders are very smart. And do you want to know why spiders are so smart? Well, because they can find anything they need on the web. Alrighty. Why don't we do some drawing? I think it's time for us to just jump right into that. So while you're getting your paper, your pencil, your pen, your marker, your crayon, or a nice long stick that you pulled off a tree and that you're going to dip in some mud and draw all over your parents' favorite carpet, I'm going to say hi to whoever's in the chat and welcome you all here. Let's see. We have Sam and Curtis and Rafa, and I see Tim Wenger is there, but I wonder if that's Tim or Marin. And we also have Amy, we have Jay, and we have Clever. Nice to see you all. And Catherine, hello, hello. All right, folks. Well, welcome. If you're ready to do some drawing, let's get right to it. Today we're going to start with a You Draw It. All right, so that's where I draw something and you follow along. Easy peasy. Then we're going to do some kawaii drawing. Kawaii, it's a Japanese word meaning cute, really, or things that have to do with cuteness. Could be an object, could be a person, could be an animal. Culture of cuteness, that's kawaii, and we're going to do something fun with that. And then we're going to finish with an animal and activity, which is where you suggest an animal, doing something strange, funny, unexpected, and I will draw that animal for you. That's what's going to happen. So let's get right to it. Now, to do these drawings, you always have to be able to do 3 things. One is a straight line, like that. I know you all can do that. You have to also be able to do zigzags. Alrighty, and sometimes they get all grouped together like that. And finally, my favorite, the curvilinear line. Look at that, right? Could be like this, could be like that, could be this, could be that. C curves and S curves, as I always say. Now to start this drawing, we're going to do a nice line straight across like so. Watch. Boom. Just like that. And that is the beginning of our drawing. Move this a bit more to the center so you all can see that. Okie dokie. Now how long should that be on your paper, you might be wondering, because I'm drawing on a screen. I'm trying to make this big enough for you all to see. Well, I would say if you're drawing this on your paper, make that line about 3/4 of an inch. How's that sound? Okay. Using centimeters, I'd say, yeah, 2.5 centimeters, something like that. All right, now we're going to come on straight down from the bottom of this like a T, like the letter T, but it's going to be a tall T, or rather a wide T, pardon me. Not a tall T, Kyle. Tall and wide are different things. So watch. I'm going to go down to about there, and that's it. So it's like you're looking at a really squished letter T, okay? And we're off to the races. Now we're going to do a little C curve. Zoom in here so you can see this. Watch. I'm going to go like this. Up and over and down again. See that? That's what we're looking for. A little C curve action. All right. If anybody has any guesses what this might be, I'd be very impressed this early in the game. And that's all we need to do to start this drawing. Now, there's a lot of symmetry here in the beginning, but then we're going to do some things that are asymmetrical. All right, I'm going to drop these lines down. And this one's going to be, if you look at the length of this first line we drew, the next line I draw is going to be about the same length as that. Watch. I'm going to come down to about there. Right? So if I were to just take that line right here and turn it on its side, it should be about as long as that first line. Now, it doesn't have to be exactly that long. Do not worry about these things. Symmetry. We'll pull it over on that side as well. All right. And now right here in the middle, as if I were still drawing this line, I'm going to leave a little space. And I'm going to draw a line down to the same place right here. And then I'm going to actually double the length of that line. Watch. Come down even further like that. Boom. And that is the beginning of our drawing. Okay? What does it look like? What does it look like? I bet you guys could figure this one out pretty quickly. Alrighty, now we're going to put a circle here. Watch. This circle is going to be modified though. This is a normal circle. Now don't draw this. I'm just showing you. That's a normal circle, right? This circle is going to be more like you took a square and you kind of rounded off the corners a little bit. Kind of like that. See what I mean? It's like a square with rounded corners. But if it's easier for you just to make a circle, go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to do this like that. See how big that is? Look at the size of that. When you're drawing it, look at the size. Okay, we try and get these sizes right. All right, there we go. Very nice. More symmetry happening, right? And now a little line here and a little line there, as if they were coming straight through those circles, right? From that very first line that we drew. Today. Aha! Now here comes a big giveaway. Ready? I'm going to do 3 little lines. 1 and a 2 and a 3. And again, 1 and a 2 and a 3. Catherine says bicycle. Yes, indeedy do. And Clever says frog's bicycle. A frog. Why would it be a frog, I wonder? Ah, it could be because of that drawing that I did. Aha. Yes, a bike. I see that comment from Timothy Wenger, who I believe might be our good friend Marin, who's watching. All right, now moving on. Are you ready? We've just drawn some hands on that bike, which means there must be a rider. Correct? Okay, next step. We're going to draw a line up this way, diagonal, okay? And watch where I stop. I'm going to go up like this and stop right before. See how if I were to take this line and keep going all the way up, right? Well, I'm going to leave a little space there. Come on down this way to the other side, like so. See, left a little bit of space. And then I'm going to square that off. Just square it off like that. Okay. Everybody with me so far? Yes, I know you are, because you're all so good. Okay. I'm going to do a swooping line, swooping down this way, and then curving on up to this hand. Watch. Swoop, and stop. See that? Like a letter J, and then swoop on down this way, and stop. Yes. Look at that. Okay. Now, leave a little space here. Now, right where you see this bump here, this top of the bicycle there, top of that wheel. What's that called? A fender, I guess? I don't know. Somebody help me out. Fork? The fork of the bike? I'm going to draw a line up and over that, all right? And it's going to be at an angle. So let me just first get that angle established. See that? There. So a little bit of an angle, a little bit of space there. Okay, so it's not parallel with this line that we drew for the handlebars. No, no. It is not parallel. And then we're going to curve it around like that. All right, so a little bit of a very shallow C curve. And then down, like so. Okay? And watch this wavy line. Are you ready? It's a beautiful one. Wavy. Nice, beautiful wavy line. Okay, now on this other side, we're going to drop with another curve, right? C curve. Here comes that C curve. And we're going to drop lower, though, okay? So we're going to come down to about here. So I'm going to come all the way down to about there. And then I'm going to angle my wavy line up to here. Watch. Wavy, like so. Alrighty. And now we're going to do a little V. Watch this. V. Okay. And here, V. And then, as if I were to take these lines and cross them like an X. See this? I'm going to come down and loop around like that. Down and loop around like that. All right, so that's a cool shape right there, isn't it? And then, watch this, we're gonna have a little coloring action. See this? Color that, color that. It's like a teardrop shape. Draw a little line here, another little line right there. We'll color those as well. Okay. Now this part's easy. I'm gonna draw a line right through here, just like that. And one right through here. Okay. And then I'm just gonna angle this way, watch. Angle it and angle it. Alrighty, makes sense? Good. So we have one going that way and one going up that way. Alrighty, now all I have to do here is do a little line like that. We understand what's going on there. We got some petals, right? Okay, now here, we're just gonna draw a line in, okay? Like this and like that. Easy peasy. And here, we're gonna do a nice ruffle. 1, 2, 3. See that? 1, 2, 3. And coming from out behind there, I'm gonna draw a line up this way. See that angle? Subtle, right? Subtle. And then another one out that way. Okie dokie. Now here comes a really shallow C curve. Watch. I'm gonna start here and I'm gonna come across this way. Like this. Up, over, and across. Could not be more shallow. It's almost a straight line, but it's got a little bit of a curve to it, right? And then we're gonna angle this way. And this way. And then I'm just gonna top that off like so. And here comes a nice little detail. 1, 2. See that? It's like a little bow. All right, and you can do a little line here if you want, and another line out that way. That's kind of fun. All right, now we need to give this person some ears. So right about the middle here, I just go 1 and 2. I'll zoom in here. I want you to see how simple this face is. Right where the top of that ear is, watch this. I'm gonna do a little C curve up to the middle, very shallow, and down. Color those in. All right, so we get some nice contrast up there. And then all I do is a little dot, okay? And here comes a little upside down V. See that? Upside down V. Ta-da! Finally, just a little smile like that. And holy cow, you've done it. Now, here's something I like to do for this dress. Ready? I'm gonna go loop, loop, loop. Loop, loop, loop. And again, loop, loop, loop. Put an extra loop in there. Now what do you want to do with this person riding a bike? Well, look. Give them a little ground here and break it up with some grass. Like there's a path going through the grass, right? That's kind of nice. Maybe put a little line back here. And give myself a tree. How nice, right? Maybe a little bush back there as well. Da, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. No problem. Maybe on this side we put like part of a roof of a barn or something, right? Maybe it's a little country road. Who knows? Maybe some birds in the sky. Whatever. It's your drawing. You do what you want with it. And that is the draw along portion of our show. Did you all know that half a billion, that's 500 million, 500 million bikes are now circulated in China. They're being ridden or owned by people in China. 500 million bikes. That is a pretty large number. And yeah, bikes were first brought over to China in the late 1800s, and they just exploded in popularity. So very cool. It's now time for us to try a little bit of Kawaii fun. Now, what is Kawaii? It's cute stuff. I said that at the beginning of the show. I want you to just check this out. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Now, what you do is you draw really simple stuff, and I'll show you. Simple, simple, simple. So maybe I want to do a little loaf of bread. Watch this. Or a little piece of bread, I mean. So I'm just going to do a little bump here. Carry it over. Draw it like that. And curve that. Bring it over there. Right? Give it a little bit of dimension here. Whoop. There's my nice little piece of bread. Now how do I make this cute? Well, check this out. A little dot. Space them out. And boop. Put that little face right there. And guys, that's as simple as it gets. There's your little kawaii piece of bread. How about a little kawaii cup of coffee? Watch this. I'll just do this. Make a little oval, right? Do another one. Put a little handle over here. And put some coffee in there. Just color that in. See that? And what do I need? Ah, that cute little face. So we just go 1, 2, and whoop. There's that little mouth. See how easy that is? A little steam. There's our little kawaii coffee cup. Boy, I tell you, anything can be cute with these little faces, right? And that's kind of all you need to do. How about this? Let's do an ice cream cone. We'll go like this and we'll make a little wavy shape like that. And then we'll make a bump and a bump. And we just go up and over. And let's put some sprinkles on that. Okay? How's that look? And then you guessed it. 1, 2, 3. There is my cute little kawaii ice cream cone. Maybe put a little chocolate in there, a little piece of chocolate, some little wafer kind of thing. I want to eat that. Delicious. Feel bad if I eat it though because of that little face. It gives it so much personality. So come up with some simple objects that you could draw that have this kind of look to them. Look at this. You could even do a slice of watermelon, right? Just put the little seeds in there, here and there, and 1, 2, 3. There we have that watermelon slice, and just give it that little outside bit. Maybe give it a little shadow, sitting there being super cute. How many of these can you create, I wonder, on your own? I wonder. I bet you could do a whole bunch of them. Give it a try. Have some fun. And go ahead and show me your creations on Twitter. I want to see what you got. At Kyle T. Webster. All right, so it is now time for the animal and activity game. Now, what is that? Well, you all know if you've been here before that you just have to throw out in the chat a name for an animal and then activity. The animal is doing something unexpected, something that most people would say, hey, wait a second, animals don't do that, right? And that's really all there is to it. So you just come up with a nice animal and an activity, and I will draw that for you in the time that we have remaining. We've done all kinds of fun things. If you want to see what we did yesterday, it was a jellyfish dancing over there on the left. See that? That's a fun one. And remember, all these shows are archived for you to watch anytime you like. So you can just go back and find them. There are over 50 episodes, all of them very different from one another. So check them out. Now I've got my light blue color here for my pencil because I'm going to be doing some sketching, right? That's what I always do for this activity. All right, now, oh man, look at this. We already got some suggestions. For example, our good friend Rob Zilla, right? Generette, the man. So glad you're here, Rob. Turtle surfing. Come on, gang. A turtle surfing. A frog going down a water slide. A bear eating an ice cream. I just did an ice cream. I could throw a bear in there. Yeah, why not? A penguin doing a human chainsaw ice sculpture. Woo-hoo-hoo. Don't know if I have time to draw that one, but that's a pretty cool one, Jeanette. I like it. Alrighty, so those are 4 good suggestions. I like them all. I like this one too, a tadpole leaping in a ring of fire. We just did a fox jumping through a ring of fire a couple weeks ago. Go check that one out. That was a fun one. But I love these. Well, okay, so let's see. Time is of the essence. I've only got about 5 minutes left. What do I do? What do I do? Frog going down a water slide. I love that. I like the turtle surfing. I like these. I think I will try the turtle surfing, Rob. So here we go. Alrighty, now for sketching. Look at this. We've got to make sure we got our sketch. So there is that surfboard, right? And I'm going to have it kind of coming off a wave there, right? I want to have some space for that wave to just kind of break like that. And that turtle is going to be off the back there of that surfboard, so that we're seeing kind of the underside of the surfboard like this, right? And we got some other breakers back there in the distance. Okay. And we've got one arm out there. And get that neck kind of stretching forward. There we go. There's that shell. Get the hands doing something cool like that. I think that feels pretty good. All right, let's size that down a little bit so we got room for it on our page here. There we go. And we'll knock that back a little bit and grab a darker color. And are you ready? Here we go. Let's see here. 1 and a 2. And up we go. And then back like that. There's that front part of the shell. And the back part's got those little bumps on it there. Come down. Give it a little break. And get that other arm out there. And give him a little bit of a wrinkly kind of a look. Throw a little shadow back there, behind that back part of the shell. And continue out this bit here. Do you guys ever try this, by the way, at home? Just have a family member, or do it yourself. Just think of something strange and unexpected to draw, just to give yourself a little challenge, a little something fun to do. You certainly don't have to do it in 5 minutes. What kind of fool would try and do that? Right? But I mean, it's just a great way to challenge yourself. Especially if you're not the person who comes up with the idea, it's cool because someone will come up with something that you might not have thought of yourself, you know? So that makes a huge difference, I think, is having that suggestion from someone else. It's hard to draw these long lines like this. There we go. I think that's, whoops. There we go. Woo! Flying off that wave. I like that. I think that looks okay there. That'll work for me. Down to the wire, as it often gets here. Right, gang? Oh, the pressure. And you got some water in the background with the occasional little breaker. Right? And there is our surfing turtle. Ta-da! Okay, well, hey, I think that worked out all right. What do you guys think? Confident and skillful one. This is Steven. You're talking about the... Oh, we got some surf music going? Anybody got some Beach Boys that can play in the background? Let's go surfing now. Everybody's learning how. Come on and go surfing with me. Boom, 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 boom. Kyle is a cheesy guy. Singing on his show. I know. Well, folks, you've done it again. 25 minutes of drawing zippy stuff. I hope your drawing turned out well. For your person on a bicycle, hope that turned out well for you. And I will be hanging out again with you next week because tomorrow is actually my first masterclass, my illustration masterclass, and I will be talking all about composition. Tomorrow, 5:30 Eastern, and that'll resume again next week on Friday, but at an earlier time. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Everybody take care of yourselves and be kind to one another, as I always say. And I really enjoyed this. Thanks for the great suggestions, and thanks for just being here in the chat. Great to see you all. So I will see you next time, and that'll be next Wednesday at the same time, okay? Ciao for now.